leadership couch. Today, I have a very, very, very important topic that I want to talk to you about. Okay. And it is called mission safety. Yes. This is one of the most leadership imperatives of our time. Okay. Mission safety. Okay. I want you to understand something or I want to offer you something today that I think is going to be beneficial to all leaders, no matter if you're in the nonprofit sector or the profit sector. If you're an emerging business, if you've been in business a long time, this leadership couch is for you. Okay, what do we already know? Organizations are often born from vision, right? Without a vision, the people perish, okay? It's the same thing with business or organization or any initiative that you have. Without a vision, there is really no concepts, right? So organizations then are built from vision. They're usually bold, they're burning, right? Something very deeply rooted inside that founder or that creator. But even the most powerful mission can erode slowly over time. Okay? Not from one sweeping betrayal, but through a series of several small compromises. I call this mission drift. And I've dedicated my work to helping leaders stop it in its tracks. So, what is mission drift? Or I'm sorry, what is mission safety? Okay, we're battling mission drift by incorporating what I call mission safety. So, what is mission safety? Mission safety is a leadership safeguard that I've developed to help value-based organizations build internal systems that actively protect their purpose. Okay? It is not enough to define a mission. You have to defend it. Can I say that again? It is not enough to just define the mission. You have to define, and defend it. That means setting cultural boundaries, strategic filters, and accountability that keeps your team aligned to the why, not just the work. Okay? You gotta have a why and you gotta have a work. All right. So the drift is subtle, but the impact is profound. If you're taking notes, I need you to write this down. Okay? Mission drift is subtle, but its impact, the consequences of this is very profound. Mission drift doesn't happen overnight. I've said that already. It sneaks in under the banner, listen to this, of opportunity, growth, or ease. For example, a funding source that shifts your programming away from core values. A new hire who executes well but dilutes your culture. That's a tricky one, okay? They're the bomb project manager, okay? They are a go-getter. But what are they contributing to the culture? Is it positive? Is it negative? How about this? A partnership that increases your reach, but it contradicts your purpose. Everybody wants to go straight, into the limelight. Everybody wants to go viral. Everybody wants to come to the point where they say, Mama, I've made it. Okay. But we've got to understand that although there is an opportunity or partnership that presents itself that may increase your reach, if it contradicts your purpose, you've got to consider, is it fitting for my business to take on this partnership? Right. Okay. The drift is subtle, but the impact is profound. Now, I want to talk about the role of leadership in this. If you're not actively guarding your mission, listen to this, the world will repurpose it for you. If you are not actively guarding your mission, whatever it is, even if it's a an individual, your personal mission. Some of you may not have businesses yet. You don't have a nonprofit yet. You don't have, this grandiose idea. This is just about you as a person. Okay. This is for you. If you do not guard your personal mission in life, the world will repurpose it. Okay. If you do not guard your mission, the market will repurpose it. Okay. Trends and transitions. Okay. Things that happen unexpectedly, right? Whether that is in government, whether that is in maybe different stakeholders or partnerships that you have, right? Maybe you're in logistics, or maybe it's a particular product and where you're getting that product from. There's so many things that could, shift the climate or shift the material things, right? But if you're not guarding your mission as a leader, something will repurpose it for you. So, what is the role of leadership? As leaders, we must create organizational walls, not to keep people out, but to keep integrity in. That is what I call mission safety. It starts with clarity. Write this down. Re-articulating the mission in ways that inform daily decisions. It's not just for a website. It's not just for your business card. Okay? When you think about mission, matter of fact, ask your employees, ask your team, ask your staff, ask your family, what is the mission of my family? What is the mission of my church? What is the mission of this auxiliary? What is the mission of my business? What is the mission of my organization? Ask them if they can articulate it to you. Ask them if they can explain it in a way that is consumable, right? I don't want flowery words. Sometimes that's good. But can you articulate it, right? You not only want to be able to communicate your vision, but it has to inform daily decisions. I've seen too many times where people will ask me to come in and help them draft their mission statement, their vision statement, all the things, right? That we're told to do. And then that's it. It just kind of sits pretty on a shelf. Okay. The reason why you have a mission statement and the reason why you're going to continue to re-emphasize it in everything that you do is because you want it to actually to show up. It's not good just for paper. It has to show up in your daily decisions. Okay. Culture checks. Okay. As a leader, you must build practices that reflect what you value most. Okay. If you are a customer centric business, okay, I don't care if you sell t-shirts, all right, that's your product. Right. But what do you value? You don't value t-shirts. You value if you are a if you value the message that your t-shirt is brandy, right? That might get at what your mission is. So you know, we're all familiar. Maybe you're familiar with the God is dope, right? Okay, so we know that they have a product line that really shoots out this message and details or demonstrates their value in God, their value in the praise of God, right? All right, and so you're building practices within your business, right? That's the t-shirt ordering, that's the t-shirt design, that's the t-shirt making, that's the people management. You are creating culture checks. You are having you as a leader. It is your job to build practices that reflect what you value most. Okay, so that's your brand, and maybe you are customer centric. Okay, so you've got this. You value this message getting out. Okay, but maybe you value the tone, right? You believe in being customer centric. You believe in being friendly, right? You believe in being, really focused on an experience that you want people to, with every time that they interact with your business, you want them to feel like a part of the family. Okay. And so now you start building practices within your own business that shows and demonstrates that value. Okay. So maybe, for example, in your business or in your company, when people come into your office, let's just say you have an office. Maybe when people come into your office, you give them, you tell them when they come in, for the first, 10 or 15 minutes, maybe they go into the little kitchenette, make them some coffee, and you tell them this is the first thing you need to do in the morning. Go sit at the table. Maybe you're thinking about, creating family moments within the business. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have clarity, we have culture checks, and lastly, we've got covenant leadership. I'm talking about the roles of leadership. I'm going to tell you this. This is like my extra one for those out here that are faith-based like me. I want you to invite God into the decision making. I want you to trust his voice over public approval. Nehemiah rebuilt the wall of Jerusalem with a sword in one hand and a brick in the other. I can't hear nobody. Not just to restore structure, but to reclaim identity. Mission safety is a similar act, right? It is spiritual and it is strategic protection. So I give that to you for free. That's for my faith-based leadership. If you're saying, hey, Lydia, I'm not religious, I'm just here to get the tips, that's okay. But I want you to think about it though. I want you to think about covenant leadership. I want you to think about who are your advisors? Who are you trusting to keep you accountable, right? To this role when it comes to mission drift? Who's helping you and advising you on the tactics of making sure you maintain mission safety? Okay, so here are 3 ways to start building mission safety today, and then I'm done. Okay, you've heard me long enough. Number 1, I want you to audit your partnerships. Do your collaborators amplify or distort your mission? 2, review your metrics. Are you measuring what matters or just what is easy to count? Number 3, revisit your why with your team. Make it more than a statement. Make it a conversation. Okay, I'm done. I want you to know this. If you get anything out of this leadership couch today, I want you to understand this. Your mission deserves protection. If your mission matters enough to pursue, it matters enough to protect. Okay. That is why I help organizations do. I help them do audits of their mission. I do this through workshops, leadership coaching sessions. I hope that something was sparked in you today. If you want to find more about mission safety and how you can get ahead of this mission drift, call me, look me up. I look forward to speaking with you again. Until next time.